And I was asked how I characterize that. And this is a graph that I've put up before. And I characterize it this way, that the beginning of 2020 was a crisis. A lot of people have gone down what I call the critical curve towards break even and then into loss before they've turned it around, continuity. And I think a lot of us are coming outside out of that into recovery. And the economy is looking quite good at the moment, from what has been said, certainly in places. And most of us, or a lot of us, seem to be surviving. The problem is that there's still a significant portion of businesses have actually crashed out and gone down the insolvency route, and unfortunately gone down that very not very pleasant critical curve of losing their business. Some businesses at this point will always be in what one academic colleague, Klaus Anheuer, calls permanent failure, in that they'll keep bubbling around the break-even mark. Sometimes they'll go into positive, sometimes they'll go into the negative, and they've not quite worked out what they're going to do with their business. And that's a problem because of the way the markets are working just at the moment. At the time of the onset of COVID, the big word was pivot, the most overused word in the English language. And this is something I'll come back to a bit later on. But basically the idea was that some of us reacted to the crisis, changed the way that we did business. It's kept us in business and it's allowing us to recover. The really smart money shifted and really moved their business over into a different space in some form or another. And I'll talk about that later on, and actually have begun to thrive through the whole crisis process. And that's the way I characterize how we approach business, whether or not it be COVID, whether or not it be another form of crisis for the business or anything else. We end up somewhere on the critical curve.